Today we are going to be picking up from the Chinese contributions to the geographic thoughts. Here we are saying the Chinese, how much did they contribute in terms of geographical development? We are saying that before uh, the counterparts or European counterparts had reached China, already the culture of China was spreading all over the world. Here we are seeing that many of the Chinese actually had started adopting the ideas of advanced geography, and they studied the geography which was advanced beyond anything known in the far as west. Here we are seeing that these Chinese started using what we call coordinates and translations to produce detailed maps. Here they adopted the use of coordinates. When we talk about the coordinates, we are referring to the latitudes and longitudes in terms of coordinates. So translations that they were using to develop the geographical ideas or thoughts. When we proceed, we are seeing that the Chinese chain had to go on and explored different areas. Below there, if you try to see, it says that the age and exploration of geographical thoughts. In the early years, around 18th or 14th, sorry, around 14th century, we are seeing that the Arabs had started moving together with the Chinese. These people had to make journeys or travels from China to different countries. Here below, when we try to see, we had one of the Portuguese man who tried to travel from Portugal, and he wanted to navigate, or he wanted to move around uh, the Atlantic Ocean, and that person was known as Prince Henry, the navigator of Portugal. By around the 1460, uh, the ship had reached Guinea. When from there I had to proceed and reach to the sides of the far west in around 1473, where I had to cross the equator, and eventually he reached the area at around 1542. And then we proceed and look at uh, the years for him. Yeah, actually he made a rounder and he rounded the Cape of Good Hope together with his colleague. But for him, after his death, then we are seeing Vasco da Gama coming up in around 1497. Vasco da Gama reached Good Hope together with his counterparts. Now when we proceed below, it shows how these people acknowledge geography. They say now that they transformed European knowledge about the earth into all more than uh, a coherent body of knowledge. They had to develop uh, topo, topographical written material or information concerning what they had discovered during their journeys to Africa. They also went ahead and brought about the important development in geography concerning the discipline of cartography, which deals with the study of the earth and the idea of developing maps, or the idea of system or map projection that was done after them making a thorough survey about Africa. Then when we proceed, they also reinforce the relationship between geography and territorial expansion, first precised by a Starbuck that was to pick during the empire building of around the 19th century. So they had to find out the relationship between the geography and territorial expansion. In other words, they studied the geography of the area depending depending on how the world was displayed concerning their journeys they had made around the world. And when we proceed, they also the information about the reality of the world combined with the prior development in the astronomy to the challenges. So these people, when they are conducting these journeys, they had to make sure that they could find the reality. They used to observe, find out the new information, and when they obtain this information, that means that these people were able to display the information. They are saying that these people went ahead and developed. Sorry, they went ahead and found out that the Earth was in a disc shape, and also it appeared to be in a state that looked to be like an oval. That was about China, as we are finding out the age and exploration of the geographical thoughts that these people had to find out during their travels. Below there, we have some of the review questions that may guide us, where they say that discuss the roles of the Greeks in the evolution of the geographical thoughts. Then the other he says that account for the stagnation of the intellectual development of geography in Europe. Then they also talk about to discuss the roles of the Arabs in evolution of geographical thoughts. Uh, and then also we have another question there which says, relate the age of exploitation of evolution of geography thoughts. And then therefore we have the last question as account for the front seat position of the Greeks in the evolution of geographical thoughts. Then we shall be proceeding from Unit 5, whereby we shall be looking at the foundations of modern geography as a discipline. I beg to